Good evening, everyone. It is I, Mike V. How is everyone doing? It is Monday. That means we are at another episode of the Monday Mic Drop. We are back. It is episode number 40. 40 episodes of this series. And today is, what's today? Today's July 7th, right? July 7th, 2025. I am still in Costa Rica with just a little over 2 more weeks before I head back to the US. We've got some news to discuss today that's taken place over the past couple of weeks. Poker-related news, some video poker changes on VP Free 2, and some local news here in Costa Rica that happened over the past day, so that I'm going to be reporting on. So we'll get started in about a minute or so as we wait for folks to join in. Hope everyone's having a good start to their week. We're going to be streaming for an hour. And of course, near the end, we'll go ahead and play some video poker as well for you guys. It's been a long time playing on videopoker.com, of course. And there we go. Misha, first to greet themselves in the chat. Hello. Welcome. All right. So not sure if you follow along with news over here in the U.S., but we're going to be discussing quite a bit what's going on here with regards to recent gambling tax changes, the World Series of Poker, and yeah, some other news. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so probably the big news the last couple of weeks ago. Obviously, this is now becoming old news, but we'll go ahead and report on it anyway. And that, of course, is the pull it up here. This is one of many articles you can find online. The Millionaire Maker tournament at the World Series of Poker. So you obviously, if you've been reading the news, you would have known this. So there is speculation that the person who was chip leader at the time just basically chip dumped to the person who qualified through a third-party site because there'd be an extra $1 million awarded if that person won as opposed to the others. So, and because of that, we see that the World Series of Poker has decided to not award a first-place prize, awarding both with just second-place money and no bracelet, with Club WPT still awarding the person who was supposed to win their extra $1 million. So, I mean, there's a bit of a debate on whether or not that is the right thing. Let me see what we got in the chat. We got Robin here, just having fun, giving a wave. Welcome. Glad you could join. And Misha says, "Oh yeah, I need to mention this as well. I was testing 5-card draw poker terms and got a straight flush right away. Damn, that's lucky. That's hard, especially on 5-card draw. So yeah, of course you'd like the format right away. So yeah, for those of you in the poker club, you would have you would have seen that we have a 5-card draw tournament after this stream. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. And I think we're going to have that in rotation on Mondays going forward." Hey Tracy, we're going to do some video poker practice runs as soon as we go through the news. We'll go ahead and play some video poker for you if you want. Kicker strategy for double and triple double, I'm assuming. Yeah, we can. If you have some example hands that I could like plug in, we can go ahead and do that later. But let's go ahead and continue on with the news. Also, during the time the Millionaire Maker was going on at the World Series of Poker, obviously for those of you who are subscribed to Gamble Smart, you would have known this, but for the rest of you guys, Dave over at the YouTube channel Gamble Smart, this is their shorts page, apparently played at the WSOP tag team event. This was about a couple of weeks ago now. And he's posted updates here on his channel, obviously, so I just scrolled down to the parts that he posted. And long story long story short, man, I'm getting the letters wrong. Long story short, he and his partner made a deep run, finishing 42nd out of over 1,300 total entries, winning somewhere above 4,000, I believe. So over quadruple the buy-in, which is, I would say, a pretty good result. I would definitely say. So yeah, congratulations once again. So those were the two big WSOP news I wanted to bring up, and now some other gambling-related news. This gambling provision snuck into the big beautiful bill, so we have some follow-up after this. But for those of you who don't know, you might have seen this being tossed around. But yeah, so I had to delve into the world of politics, but it's related topic, so we have to mention it. But yeah, so according to this headline, Big Beautiful Bill could be very ugly for U.S. poker players, and in case all gamblers really in the United States. So for those of you who are outside the U.S., like Misha, for example, based out in Ukraine, let me give a little explanation here. So in the U.S., gambling winnings are considered taxable income. And for those who gamble big enough to be to qualify to itemize their deductions in order to reduce their overall tax burden, gambling winnings can be reduced. You can use your losses to deduct taxable gambling winnings. For those who itemize when declaring their taxes. So apparently, this bill changed it to where only 90% of the winnings can be deducted through your losses. So an example would be, say, someone who's made $100,000 worth of wins and had $100,000 worth of losses. Normally, those would cancel out, and there'd be no tax as a result. But if you can only deduct 90% of that, that's $90,000. That means there's $10,000 added to a person's taxable income, even though that income's not there, because the player lost it. So you can only deduct 90,000 of losses and has to pay taxes on this 10,000, this phantom money. I mean, that is obviously a big issue, to the point where apparently developing update from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, a bill is introduced to try to reverse that. So to combat anti-gambling measure in Trump's budget bill. So yeah, the Nevada lawmakers proposed a bill that would restore a gambler's ability to deduct 100% of losses on annual tax filings, which was altered in the budget reconciliation bill signed by President Donald Trump last week. So hopefully this passes, and it's reversed. But I believe the effects of the Big Beautiful Bill don't go into effect until next year. So, I mean, this is a developing story, of course. And as Robin says here, it's ridiculous, yeah. And just think about it, the rest of the world, or maybe not necessarily the rest of the world, but in other places, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, here in Costa Rica, and probably other places around the world too. I think in much of Europe as well, besides that, Malta, just some examples. They don't tax gambling winnings at all. I mean, it makes logical sense. You're already taxed. The money that you've earned in income is already taxed, and you're just spending it. And then gambling winnings is not really income. It's a windfall if you get lucky. I mean, that's how other countries treat it. I don't know why we're so unique in that regard. But yeah, this has been argued so many times, I don't expect anything to change. But hopefully we at least get this change to revert back to at least what we had. And ideally, we should have the limit, the jackpot limit increased because of the inflation of the last 50 years. Double dipping, yeah, exactly. That's another term for it, double taxation, double dipping, exactly. All right, so That was the news for WSOP, gambling news, and let's go look at some video poker related stuff. So I scrolled through vpfree2.com just to see if there were any major changes to video poker offerings in both Vegas and in Reno Tahoe area. And Matt, welcome. You say sadly still only matters if you items. That is true. Make it 5K yes or 4,001. Yeah. So yeah, that is true. Obviously, this won't the effects of this change won't affect like really low income people, you know, who don't or who don't make so much to the point where and then they don't have so much expenses to itemize. So I mean, the only reason you would want, you know, the only time a gambler should itemize, obviously, is if they're already itemizing normally, as it is. Actually, this applies to some members of my family. They do itemize because they have uh, lots of state and local taxes, property taxes, and mortgage interest deduction. Of course, those are big ones. So, and it's more than, and then they're deducting more than the standard deduction anyway. So it makes sense, obviously, when they get hand pays, they're able to get that full uh, cancel as full deduction through their losses. Uh, and the only other and yeah, so people who don't who don't itemize, they already get the standard deduction, are probably not going to be affected by this. And of course, unless they hit the Wheel of Fortune slot jackpot or the Mega Bucks or something, and then they probably wish they have it. But yeah, yikes. Little Joe's in the chat, just waking up. Welcome. Yeah, just be sure to rewind the past 10 minutes of news, but you didn't miss much. Just some World Series of Poker related stuff that you probably know already about. And Robin itemizes, so yeah, plenty of folks out there who do. And Matt contradicting that because of the standard deduction being so high. I guess it depends on people's tax situation, you know, which is very unique to everybody. I mean, yeah, what is it? 12,000 plus or something for single people, and double that for married filing jointly, the standard deduction. So it's pretty big as it is. And yeah, homeowners especially. And Misha was asking why didn't I play the last week. I just took a break. I took a break because recording and doing commentary on all of that, all of marathon weeks, all the 17 tournaments for marathon week was a bit draining. So last week I took a break and just relaxed, only returning on Thursday night. So I should be back to playing now. I will be playing today, of course, for the 5-card draw tournament. So I will be back for sure. Yeah. And yeah, the changes, of course, will affect professionals more so as well. Probably the biggest. Yeah. And not just people who just get windfall, but also the professionals. Time to renounce your citizenship and move to the UK. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Okay. So the only change I've saw on VP Free 2 from the places that I frequently visit is Casino Fandango in Carson City. It looks like they removed the 100.15% loose deuces pay table. If we go to comments here, most recent entry was from 23 days ago. So yeah, there was a group of video poker machines at this particular Carson City casino, right next to the Ti Amo Italian restaurant, and those haven't been moved in over a decade. They've always been there, even ever since I turned 21. They've always been there, and I don't know if they're still there now. They probably are, but maybe they reduced the pay tables. I'm not sure, but the entries on VP Free 2 have always been somewhat incorrect. Like, for example, the initial entry for this was that it was 1 cent through 20 cent denomination, which isn't true. and the $1 was something that they only, yeah, because I was able to play at 25 cents. So I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but in terms of the location, but it looks like it might be if they updated it. But yeah, so that's something to that I would need to confirm myself. Though I'm not going to Reno or Tahoe anytime soon. This year has been skipped because of my trip to Costa Rica, and hopefully once we have a confirmation of a hotel stay, my upcoming trip to Vegas for G2E in October. Like I said, I'll make a formal announcement once we actually have a place confirmed. It's just taking a while. I know. And last thing. Okay, Misha has a question here. Could you clarify if the Tuesday game tomorrow will always be stud? Or will it change? Okay, yeah, so yeah, the Tuesday game has always been stud, and I believe that's been the case for about a year now, maybe more. At least it's been that way for at least a year, I would estimate. Yeah, because it was by request because I think we used to have Omaha on Tuesdays, but some people were sick of it, so we switched to stud. Currently, it is always a stud game on Tuesdays, and it does attract at least a couple of people who seem to only come for the stud tournament. So I'd like to keep it, unless we get unless people don't want to play it anymore for some reason. If we see less turnout, then maybe I can make that change. But yeah, right now it's set to auto recur every Tuesday, so it's just easy for me to just leave it there and have it auto recur. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with some local news here. From the Tico Times, this is Costa Rica's leading English language newspaper. 5.2 magnitude earthquake shakes Costa Rica Pacific coast. I felt it. We had an earthquake yesterday. This was from July 6th. So yeah, yesterday afternoon around 2 p.m., 1 minute before 2 p.m., we had 7 seconds of shaking. Went from slow to a little bit violent and then stopped. The USGS has reported this as a 4.7, but all of the Spanish-speaking local news reports have called it a 5.2 magnitude. So we're just going to go with that, I guess. And there was also an aftershock that was about 4.3, which I felt as well about 90 minutes later. So yeah, we had a decent earthquake here. Nothing is. There hasn't been any reports of damages or any tsunami or anything like that. No issues there. Infrastructure seems to be fine. I mean, we didn't have any electrical issues or anything like that. The dogs in the vicinity were barking like nuts though after the earthquake. So yeah, so let's read the article here. 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit Costa Rica's Pacific coast near Playón Sur in Parita. Parita is about, I'd say, a 20-minute drive from where I'm at, so it's pretty close. Centered at a depth of 31 kilometers, caused no reported injuries or damages to buildings. So it was felt quite across the area. So Punta Arenas, Santa Ana, even in the capital, San Jose. And yeah, and I don't think it's aftershocks between 0.8 and 3.3. I did feel an aftershock about 90 minutes after the initial earthquake, and according to my research, it was also centered close to where the original quake was. So yeah, it's quite nuts. Matt suggests, would it be fun to have a different game or rotate the stud game with random mix? I'll obviously consider changes, of course, to the Tuesday schedule. We could do something like that. Deuces 7, single or triple, PL08, Big O, Big Doogie, or just horse, right? And it looks like we got a question from Robin. Matt's answering it here. And I'll go ahead and pull it up here. So what is the difference between Raz and low playing stud? Glad you're okay. How's the kidder? I haven't seen the cat in about a week and a half. I think it was last week, the last time I saw it, maybe a little over a week ago. I mean, it'll occasionally hop onto the balcony and visit, and then go on its way. Yeah, there is the way this is set up. There is I'm on the second floor, so each of the houses are one's on top of the other. I'm on the top floor here of a 2-story. They're like a bunch of they're rows of duplexes. I guess you could say there's one below and one on top. You have to take a staircase that's in between two other buildings. That's in between two of those duplexes. So, and the second floor walkway, which is where you enter, which you go to the main entrance of each of the condos. So there is a ledge that's close enough to the balcony on the back side of, say my condo, for example, that a cat could hop onto. So that's how that cat gets in and out, is from the walkway on the, from the second floor walkway up, it, can hop onto the to the balcony of my condo. So yeah. All right, we got a lot of comments here. Let me go ahead and get to those. And I believe we've finished with news, so I'll go ahead and just pull up my web camera here as we continue here. All right, Tracy, thanks for the examples. I'll go ahead and make sure I refer to that. Whoop. So yeah, this is what Matt was saying. They're similar, but Raz is low only. And yeah, any 8 or better game will have high or low components. And yeah, there's no qualifier for low with Raz. And Misha likes freeze-out games. Yeah. Felt more balanced without the crazy all-ins and more mind games. Yeah, if you want to improve your skill, obviously freeze-outs are going to be, and that's one of my experience as well, even in the public tournaments. If I enter a single table sit and go, man, I wish PokerStars did not get rid of the 45 player sit and goes, because those were like some of my favorites. I usually do really well on those. Go figure, they would take them away. And now, if you want to play something like that, is they have the on-demand ones, which have re-entries, and that changes things. And they're also turbos as well. But yeah, the 45-man sit and goes, those are by default freeze outs, and yeah, they had a much more slower pace of game, a lot more opportunities to figure out your opponent, I guess you could say, because you have more time. Yeah, people won't bluff when they can't read by not that they are to begin with. But yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and close these tabs here since we've already discussed. All right. Continue asking your questions if you have any, but in the meantime, I'll go ahead and pull up Tracy. I think you said it's a triple double, I guess we'll do. Yeah, let's do triple double, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and open up pro training, new session. Yeah, I guess so. But later, here's a story that I didn't tell you guys from Sit and Go that I played about, I'd say maybe 2, 3 weeks ago. So, I wish I saved it. I didn't post it or anything, but my goodness, there was this player. Man, I'm trying to remember. I think he called he called like a 3-bet with some strange hand, and then flopped a pair and then called it and then called an all in, doubled up, and then no, and then what this and then it got to then immediately like the next hand I got pocket queens. So the hand that I played, I had pocket queens. So I'm trying to remember if this guy called a raise or if he raised himself. And I 3-betted, I think. And then this guy calls. The flop was like very safe flop. It was like, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like 3-10 jack or something. I don't know. It was something like that. So I think the pot was, I think he just, I don't know what he did. Did he donk bet to me or did I see bet and no, I think he just donk bet into me like maybe min bet or something. I went all in, or maybe no. I think I continuation bet all in because the pot was big already. 1,500 chip starting stack, and this was a 3-bet pot pre, and he called with like 7-4. So he raised and called a 3-bet with 7-4, and then he gets runner for a straight. I think the turn in river came like 4 and 6, and there was a 3 on board. Or I think it came 5 and 6, and he had 4-7, and there was a 3 on the flop. I mean, I have to go through the hand history to find that hand. Oh my goodness! And this was a $10 single table sit and go, by the way. Oh man, yeah, multi-table tournaments you'll find more recreationals, as you mentioned. Yeah, though I think certain auto scripts that might be not allowed on PokerStars specifically. It might be in their prohibited software, third-party software list. I'd have to check though. Yeah, those are for getting rinsed. Yeah. Uh, and yeah, Tracy, we will do some video poker. I was just setting up a game right here of triple double bonus, a game that I typically don't play. Yeah, PokerStars did ban them. Yeah, exactly. All right. We got some triple double bonus. Let me turn off dynamic replay. All right, that works, I guess. You guys can see everything, yeah. Oh, let me go back in the chat here. Now, obviously, I don't play triple double that much. Pair with a kicker, 3 of a kind with a kicker, and full house with 2 kickers. Okay, yeah. So, let's just start with that one. Yeah, let's pick some cards. Sure. Ace, 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 deuce, deuce. Now, if this was double bonus, we would just hold the 3 aces. I'm pretty sure we would hold the deuce as well here. Let me check. Yeah, because it's like going 4 to a royal. Yeah, 96 clearly. So yeah, this one was obvious. We'll have to check the other ones though. Got some. That's yeah, that's a good point. If all things were otherwise equal, are you better off maximizing or minimizing volatility? And it feels like maximizing might be right, especially if it's a one-off, just swing for the fence and pray. I mean, yeah, if you don't gamble that often, and you, I mean, obviously with the higher volatility, it's very often that you're probably going to lose very fast. So it's just a matter of how much you want for your entertainment value. But if you don't like playing at the casino for so long, you want to play like only 5 minutes or 10 minutes and not an hour at the same game. I mean, that's me too, especially. I don't spend that much time in a single session, at the same machine. Except, unless I'm like really, back and forth, all that stuff, unless I'm having a really good session. Especially since I always do 20 at a time. I don't usually do more. But yeah, especially for slots. Pick whatever you want. All right, let's chat. Let's do some other ones here. Let's try. Let's pick another set here. Let's try 3 4s. A 3 kicker and a jack. So do we hold the kicker here? Yes, we do. And it has an EV of 54, so even if you had a full house like so, you would go for that too. So there you go, 54 for the expected value. Oh, look at that. Even holding the 3 4s itself is better than the full house. Let me do a full house where you don't have a kicker. Let's do 3 3 3 10 10. Ooh, look at that. Yep. 46 as opposed to 45 for the full house. And this is full pay triple double bonus, mind you. So, there might be versions out there where the full house pays even less. So yeah, that is nuts. Oh, video poker. Okay, let me go ahead and let me read your comment here, Matt. They were discussing in relation to playing jacks are better versus double double or triple double. Interesting. If they were both paying now, so they had the same payback percentage, and yeah, full pay jacks are better, 99.54. Full pay triple double is 99.58, I believe. Just so it's a slight, only just a slight difference there. I mean, you do have a better shot at hitting a 4,000 payoff playing triple double because in addition to a royal flush, you can get that by getting 4 aces with a kicker. But I guess it's yeah. Three, 3, 3, deuce, deuce. Should I try that? All right. So you think a penalty card would make it? So let's see. So what happens if I do that? Well, it's still 53 for holding the threes with one deuce, and then 45 for holding the full house. 43 for holding the 3-3. So okay, yeah. Oh yeah, because okay, yeah. if it was there was no kicker, then the 3 of a kind is better than the full house. But if there was a kicker, the full house is better than the 3 of a kind. But you have a better choice than both of those. You have the holding the kicker as well to go for 4 threes with the deuce. What if I? I assume you have the same pay table, Matt, right? Because this is 9-7 triple double bonus. Okay, all right. So, well, full house with aces, you're going to be holding the 3 aces, just like in double double bonus, and I showcased that already, I believe. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I just did full house with 3 aces and like 2 deuces, where you hold the deuce as well as the 3 aces. Same thing with the 3 and with 3s and 4s as well, because it's like going 4 to a royal. All right, let's go ahead now and just play some video poker normally. All right, so the full pay version, the flush pays 35. So I wonder if you go 3 to a flush. Yeah, it's just like 10-7 double bonus. Ace. Yep, exactly. 2 pair. Ace. Pair of 9s. Yep, 2 pair, even with a couple of deuces, still 8.4 versus 6.6. Flush draw. Is there any new games? We'll check that shortly. Play a few more hands, and then we'll check and see if videopoker.com has any new games to showcase. Sure, we can do that. What do we hold? The queen. Pair of 10s. Queen. Pair of deuces. Four, 9, 10. What is this? So we go for 3 to a flush here. There's nothing else that's better. Yep, we didn't get it. 1.7 versus 1.5 for discarding all. Yeah, the low pair is still better than the 3 to the straight flush. Do we hold the deuce as well? No, we don't. Okay, so we're not at that point. It's not quick quads. So yeah, pair of 4s, and you have a deuce there. You don't. It's 3.8, in case you're curious, versus 4.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Tracy, you keep both pairs still, because a full house does pay 45. I mean, I think I just showcased I just showcased a 2-pair just a moment ago. So let's just say something like this. Oh, nice full house. Yeah, so you just you still hold both pairs. There's no change there. You know, full house is still pays pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and play a few more. Pair of 7s. Queen Jack. Pair of 8s. Queen. Oh, we'll go for the 3 of the flush. Yep. All right. Probably holding just the aces. Still got 2 pair. Doesn't pay any different. Straight draw. Ace or 3 to the flush containing the ace? It's not. It's close, too. I believe in 10-7 double bonus, you would go for this flush. But I guess because of the 4 aces of the kicker being so much higher, it actually put holding the ace alone just above it. All right, that was my first mistake. So that's a good one to memorize here. 3 to a flush containing an ace, triple double bonus, just hold the ace in this spot. At least it seems. Yeah, well, the one I know is wrong, but kind of tempting is if you are dealt 2 pair and double double, and 1 pair is jacks, but folding the other pair and gambling. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, in terms of EV, it is the wrong move, but it is it is the gambler's temptation. It's like, why just go for a full house when you can go for quads? I mean, the math has to add up. I mean, there are games where that is the best choice. I mean, wheel poker, I think, for example, is one of those. Yeah. The gambling man. Yeah. Right, we got aces versus 4 to a straight or flush, not including the ace. I might need clarification because if you're talking about a pair of aces, a straight or a flush draw, a 4 to a straight or a flush will have to have an ace somewhere if you have a pair of aces, like ace, ace, and then 2, 3, 4, for example. But unless you're talking about a single ace and then 4 to a straight, not including an ace, that'd be, then that would be a different story. So I'll have to do some checks here. Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification. Just 1 ace. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll check that. Yeah, that's a 9-7 thing. Another thing about going 3 to a flush and ace, there aren't a straight flush. Yeah, so in 10-7 double bonus, it's the same way, and 9-7 double bonus as well. And since triple double bonus, the full pay version is also 9-7. 3 to a flush is because the flush pays 35. Apparently, that brings the expected value of going for 3 to a flush above discarding all, and even above holding a single high card if you have a high card or 1 or 2 high cards along with suited high cards along with the a third card of the same suit. I think that probably explains why double bonus The probability of getting a royal flush is much harder, like 1 in like 48,000 instead of 1 in 40,000. I have to look it up again, but I think double bonus was one of the ones where you're less likely to get a royal in that game, probably because of the 3 to the flush, being better than even 2 to a royal in some in those circumstances. Triple double, though, as we mentioned here, there's holding the ace is better than holding 3 to a flush of any kind. Yeah, gut shots. I'm surprised there's a 10-6 triple double bonus because I don't think I even see that. I don't think I've ever seen that one, and it's not even listed in like the catalog of pay tables to choose from. I would have to check if even the Wizard of Odds website even lists it. But yeah, and you play almost identical double double bonus. That's yeah, it's yeah. If you were playing like 9-6. Triple double bonus, where the flush only pays 30, for example. The strategy will probably be much closer to double double bonus, with the exception of course of like holding the kickers, as mentioned earlier. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and do this now. Let's go ahead and pick the cards, and then we'll answer the next question here. So what is it? It's Tracy. Where was it? I'm scrolling up here. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, yeah, forward or straight or flush. Okay, so we need an ace. We'll grab an ace. And now I know for a fact that if it's just a gut shot, you would just hold the ace. But let's say it's open-ended. Let's do 10, 9, 8, and 7, for example. Mixed suits. So in double-double, I know for a fact you go for the straight. Let's see if that's still the case or not. It is still the case, and it is pretty strong too. 3.4 versus 2.4, and I would assume the same is for the for 4 to a flush, especially. So we don't have to check that. Okay. Pay table where full house pays 50 with max bet. So obviously, Matt just said he has at his casino a version of triple double bonus where a full house pays 50, and of course 10-7 double bonus has a pay table where the full house pays 50. And there's not really that many others. I don't even know there's any others off the top of my head. Oh, that poor version of bonus poker where it only pays 5 credits for 2 pair. That has it. And there might be some versions of Joker Poker as well that have it. But all right. Pretty sure you do go for it 4 to a straight flush. Let me answer Misha's question here. Let's see. In the PokerStars League, if a tournament has 6 unique players, how many places get points? Yeah, it's 2. Yeah, it is 2. It's well, you divide 6 by 3 because it's the top third of players that receive points. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So yeah, you divide the number of unique entries, divided by 3, and you get the amount that receive points on the leaderboard. Yeah, that's how PokerStars does it. Maybe it's 9-6. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen 10-6 triple double bonus. Well, 10-6 double double bonus. That's the other one I forgot to mention. 10-6 double double, 10-7 double. Those are the ones that have that pay 10 for 1 or 50 credits on a 5 credit bet for a full house. And yes, Matt, 5-card draw is the home game. Hope you play with us. As for all right, let me pull up. I mean, 4 to a straight flush is going to be obvious. I mean, even if we do, I mean, you're gonna be going for the straight flush, of course. 12.5 versus 2. Heck, even just holding 7-8-9 has a better EV than the ace. And Matt just registered. Welcome and good luck. So yeah, 5-card draw is a live poker variant where it basically it's like video poker, but you play against other players. I guess it's just the traditional form of poker. Every player's dealt 5 cards. It's a game you've probably learned, that maybe your uncle taught you as a child. You're dealt 5 cards, 1 round of betting, and then you got an opportunity to replace any of your cards for new ones, and then another round of betting, and then at the showdown, the player with the best hand takes all the chips. So your goal is to have a better hand than your opponents, as opposed to playing against the machine as you would be with video poker. But it's like this; it's the same type of game. I mean, video poker is based off a 5-card draw. All right, we got 8 more minutes till the top of the hour. We're going to wrap things up. Let me go ahead now and take a look at the lobby for videopoker.com. See if there's anything new that catches my eye. Okay. All right, here's the list. What do we got here? Exclusive, new to casinos. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be anything that I can see right away. At least that's labeled. I've seen like these I've recognized before. Multipliers rising, pick a multiplier. I think I've showcased those. Wheel of Fortune poker, especially. Wheel Poker Deluxe. I think Joe, if you're watching, you're gonna like that. That's his favorite. Yeah, we could do Wheel Poker Deluxe, sure. And we're going to do 3 hands. And we'll do double bonus, because why not? And we'll load it up. All right. Okay, I should be able to see all that. I guess I could expand this so you don't have to see the scores, but get a little bit of a bigger view here. Okay. Poker Deluxe, and I believe there is no full screen mode. Nah, there's no training on this game. I'm not sure if it's under Pro. I don't think so, but we'll just continue with this. Let's hold Ace Jack suited. You want to see deuces? Okay, we can do deuces. Now, you have to get a natural 3 of a kind on the deal, if I recall right. Yeah. Yeah, so you need a natural 3 of a kind, or full house, or 4 of a kind. So it has to be natural, even though it's deuces wild. But since it's on the deal, it doesn't matter if we play deuces or not, so we'll just go with it. Good question, Dale. Lawson, Carolina. Welcome to the stream. I've been watching the WSOP. They keep talking about solvers. Okay, so I think Matt might be able to give you a better a more articulate response, text response rather. But yeah, a solver is like it's an application that when you plug in certain hands or a certain instance, you can get what is the game theory optimal or GTO play at a particular at a particular moment of a poker hand. With okay, these are your hold cards. These are what's on the board. If there's anything at this point, I mean that's probably the best way for me to describe it. I haven't actually delved into that much myself. I mean, that's kind of sad for me to say, especially someone who plays poker. But but yeah, that's what a solver essentially is. It's something that calculates the best way to play a specific hand at a specific moment. The GTO move, the game theory optimal move for that. Yeah, Matt has a response here. Yeah. It's computer simulations of Hold'em that tells you the proper play in the situation, like a chess solver or any other game. Yeah, so obviously chess solvers have been around much longer, I would assume, and have gotten better over time. Especially since chess is an open game, you see everything, both players can see the board, with Texas Hold'em and all forms of poker, poker has incomplete information, so it has taken much longer for solvers to be built for Texas Hold'em, but they've come a long way. Yeah, so yeah, generates people pre-flop ranges, cards to raise, what size to bet, yeah, everything. That would be unethical and considered cheating, obviously. I think there have been scandals with regards to, yeah, most poker sites say don't allow you to use, real-time assistance is what it's called, like using a solver right when you're playing a game. That is considered to be cheating because it gives an unfair advantage. And yeah, as Matt says, it's impossible to beat chess engines. Okay, so Gracie says let's play until you get a bonus. We only got 2 minutes left, so yeah, you need a natural 3 of a kind to get the bonus. So let's play until we get one. We got nothing here. Three to a straight flush, or 2 to the royal. Let's go 3 to the straight flush. Flush pays 15, so we'll go ahead and go for that. Which I'm not sure if this is the right strategy here, especially since the deuce covers that 3 to the straight flush. We'll go for it anyway. Pair of 8s. Well, it is the top of the hour. I guess I'll play for maybe a couple more minutes, see if we can get a bonus here. I mean, you're just hoping to get it on the deal. Did I just accidentally skip a... did I have 2 pair there? I have to rewind that. Maybe I'm going a little bit too fast here. Yeah, 2 pair would be the proper hold if that's what I had. I only held a 1. Deuce. 3 to a natural royal. And just get a regular flush. Yeah, I did do that way 2 pair. Yeah, it was right in my blind spot too. I went too fast. I just noticed it like right as the cards were being replaced. It's like, wait a minute. Okay. That's why slow down, guys. Slow down. All right. Yeah. Pair of 4s. Nothing here. Need a natural 3 of a kind. It's so funny. I get natural. I get dealt 3 of a kind straights and all sorts of stuff playing single hand on some sessions, but then when I play multi hand, I just never get it. Nothing here. Three deuces will get the bonus since it's a natural 3 of a kind. Nothing here. Straight flush draw. Kings. First 2 3s came up, but not the third. There we go. All right. Natural trips. They get the bonus. Now, none of these are Deuce's Wild bonuses. These are standard video poker. Yeah, standard non-wild games. So we're having 3 to a royal here, natural. Any other hand will get you at least 50. All right, best of luck. Two of them, 150. That is it. There's my bonus. It won't. It's all the bonus games are based off of jacks or better. So there's no Deuce's Wild. There's no Deuce's Wild. What's the word? Feature in the bonus itself. All right. Yeah, kind of. Matt says kind of underwhelming. Well, tell that to. Oh, well, I'm guessing the result was kind of underwhelming. If you're talking about the game being underwhelming, then you may want to tell. You may want to tell that to Joe. He might think differently on that. Yeah, I'm gonna need a haircut soon on the back. All right, but yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up right now because in about 10 minutes time. For those of you in the Club MacV Poker League, our Poker Stars Home Games Club, we've got a tournament in 10 minutes, a 5-card draw tournament. So obviously this will be done off camera, just a standard game. I'll be playing with you guys. And yeah, our next stream will be on Thursday for our flagship Hold'em tournament on Thursday evening, as we usually do. And yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I enjoy the final 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks left of me here in Costa Rica. I've got a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to be dedicating a good chunk of every day onto the Power Path because I got so many tickets. I've actually just about finished all of my step 1 tickets finally. You know, I have to use one every day at least, so that because the step 1 tickets expire after a week, and you get one every day. But the step 2 tickets, I've got like so many of those, so I'm gonna probably be playing around the clock. I'm gonna be going in order. We'll do the $1 step 2s and the $1.50 step 2s and the $11 step 3s, and hopefully more from there if I continue to move my way up. Definitely wasn't Huff and Ultra. Good one, yeah. And then hopefully I can turn one of those, one or more of those, to like at least a bronze pass, and then maybe Matt, if I give you the good news, I can probably stream stream myself playing the Sunday Million, giving myself an attempt there. And thank you, Misha. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck in today's tournament. I hope to see you again soon. Yeah. So we're going to probably be resuming this every Monday. You know, unless things change, I'll be sure to notify you guys on YouTube, of course, on the community tab and on Discord. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, and if you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Share this with others and hit the bell icon to be notified once I go live next. So for everybody in the poker game, I'll see you guys shortly. For everyone else, I'll see you in my next stream on Thursday. Have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful start to your week. Take care and go make it happen.